Hey, I don't got a shoot, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm out the bar. All of my niggas is savages. Mean up the phone like some scavengers. I know that them fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Watch the shit, I done let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack.
Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there.
Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you want prepared. Hey,
this is my style.
I do with the
get some attention.
Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire no pension. I just get the bread at the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. The movement gon' move, that's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey,
you ain't prepared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry.
Your breezy clearly walked the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Man, cause you think I ran out with your beer? I ain't sorry. You tripping cause you think I stole your career? I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me? No apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey,
you know what? I would love to just let that shit ride out all day. Honestly, I would, but I got so much to talk about today. My lighting is messing me up. We might just jerk the whole green screen, but we'll try not to. So let me just tell you this, live from the planet called Earth, the bioregion of Cascadia, and it's sitting on a support land. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie, and there's a cool thing going on right now at 33rd Bird Plaza, which is the little tiny birds. So I think these ones are real finches, not to be confused with the chickadees that my neighbor misled me about, telling me the chickadees are finches, right? You better get it right, neighbor lady. There's chickadees, there's finches. All right, I ain't got time to explain these simple things to people today. We got to do a show. So let me tell you right off the bat. Next week, if I don't have my website running by next week, I'm going to jump off a fucking bridge. But for now, that should work, and you should just be able to go to the website and watch the show like any day after. Look, it's freaking raining, or what's going on? It's my lighting. I can't lie. I can't be like, oh my God, there's a swarm of locusts flying over Santa Cruz. Look, it does look like a swarm of locusts flying over Santa Cruz, though. So give me 5 seconds, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull my green screen all the way off. I knew better than to there you go. There's me, world. I hope you're happy. That's what my face really effing looks like. And it still looks crappy, but you see how the lighting is crappy right here? But at least it's sincere. It's not the magic of Hollywood at all. Not even the magic of the Hollywood Transit Center, which isn't that magical of a place, honestly. Okay, let me drop some things on you guys real quick. Today is Monday, which is like a brand new year, a brand new spring, a brand new millennium every day. Every day. I know if you're like, well, Jessie, actually, shut up, loser. Shut up, loser. I'm loser phobic. I want none of your loser talk. I want none of your loser porn. It's Monday. I don't want to see a depressing, complaining life. Push it. Hold the line for everybody else. Even if your own sanity is desperately in question, hold the line for everybody else. that isn't cracking in public. Okay, I didn't want to be rude about that or nothing. Okay, remember every day at 10:35 we play a independent hip hop music video, and then at the end of the month we compile those into 10:35 a.m. a music video show. Why did we call it that? Because literally I've run out of names to call shit. I have so much stuff. We're just branding times now. We don't even give a shit. Speaking of toys, Shane McLemore Toys is always banned from Facebook because they don't understand that these toys are not for children. Specifically says not for children. Why would you let your kids play with the Lamborghini Terry action figure anyways when you can tell he's pimping? Don't do it. Okay, here's a quick reminder. Brother, you don't need a mullet on your head if you got a mullet in your heart or a pair of sick mullet fashion polarized UV eyewear. Here's the thing. I'm rocking the mullet in my hair and the little baby mullet. I got the Kelly Trapuka going on. Okay, real quick. Hey, kids, are you scared of falling in love with real Crocs, but you need some waterproof shoes? Get fake Crocs. Then they'll break before you ever get a chance to fall in love with them and become the guy that wears them with long pants. Okay, let me see. If you guys missed it last night, I think we dropped the newest episode of Unblocked, exploring the mysteries of the blockchain with Dirty Black and Al. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, man, totally my bad. Vince won this weekend's bong giveaway. So remember, if you want to enter our bong giveaway, then you should send $5 to buymeacoffee.com/Jessie, and you can spin the prize wheel.
Yeah, baby.
I do not need to sit for that whole thing. Okay, very last thing. This show, as always, is brought to you by 33 Bird Plaza. It's not just a name. It's actually a bird cart for foods. I mean, here at 33 Bird Plaza, an outdoor bird food court, we have lots of wonderful selections. Stop by our peanut bar to get some takeout. Corey Cashburn is in the house. Corey, where were you last week? I was about to go through my Rolodex of old 1980s detectives / lawyers and see if we couldn't put somebody on the case. I was like, if we can't find Matlock, let's at least get Angela Lansbury, or damn, if my grandma was alive, she'd be like, you better get Matlock, you son of a bitch. My grandma loved Matlock. Speaking of people who love Matlock, you know who loves Matlock? Cool thing about old people, they're historic. You know, the cool thing about historians is they give a shit what old people have to say, so the rest of us don't have to, right? Because most of the time you're like, okay, grandma, ain't nobody got time for that shit. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you real quick what I want to talk about today, and then I'm going to bring up my first guest who is actually a historian. This is what's on my mind today, guys. Sandy, Oregon, this weekend on the 20th. So I guess that might be 2 weeks from yesterday or whatever. They're hosting a giant rally titled "Support the Natural Family" or something implying that the two binary parent household is a preferable way of raising your children. Can we cut past that? Can we not? You know, on this show, we never give you the most basic thought, like, well, that's wrong. Gays are okay. That ain't got nothing to do with gays, yo. It's like money laundering. These dudes are laundering their Ku Klux Klan style, uber nationalist, white supremacist, extremist, insurrectionist supporting walking around with an American flag with a giant cross out on it. You don't know what hood you're from, but where I'm from, when you cross some shit out, that's not good, right? So these guys are running around with a cross out American flag, and then everybody's like, oh, I'm so surprised. And they storm the Capitol and try to kill the vice president. If all lives matter, then why did you try to kill the vice president? That's what I want to know. Okay, so look, okay, we'll get into that later, I swear. 17 states this week are completely dropping their mask mandates, but they're encouraging it. Thanks for the encouragement. We're screwed. At some point today, I want to propose the question, what value is superior intellect to a person that doesn't value intellect, right? Like, bro, you can show up here with all the Vietnamese money you want. You ain't spending it here, right? So you can go to Tennessee or Mississippi or Kansas City or St. Louis with your West Coast sensibilities, and they're not even going to be able to see past the fact that you have homeless people stacked on top of each other looking like a Monopoly board. They don't want to hear what you say because you went to freaking Reed College. Come on, man. They already resent the fact you got two streets you can trick-or-treat on that are the same. Nobody in regular neighborhood gets double lane trick-or-treat streets like Reed College. They don't care about you guys. Okay, keep it moving. I'm so sorry. I got so much. The royal family. Oh my God, the royal family. I just have to tell you that today, when I was listening to the news about the royal family, I said some things callously and negligently that I will never be able to take back, and I will always remember what I wished upon those people today for no reason, just casual hatred of the whole establishment. This whole world where we all agree to live a collective lie. It's a collective lie. We see what is crazy all around us, and yet we agree to argue about other stuff. We would rather disagree with, we would rather argue about what Meghan Markle wore or what Princess Diana wore, other than the fact that they murdered Princess Diana, or other than the fact, why do we even have a monarchy? Or the fact that why does the queen sit on like an Egyptian throne made out of the bones of the kids from Temple of Doom? Okay. Holy shit. I think. Oh, and then Jen Eric's going to come on and we're going to sting on the QAnon guys for a little while, because this guy's there's this guy who for like months have been like, you'll see. First of all, you'll see is the battle cry of the weakest type of individual. You'll see. You got nothing but toilet paper roll threats, man. I can see right there, you player. Okay, so he blocked DJ Wheels and he blocked Jello, so they can't see his comments. And they're like, man, I wish we could see that guy's comments. And I was like, why don't we just bring Erik on the show and we'll scroll through all his comments and we'll read them and we'll look upon them and we will embrace them. Okay. I'm 4 minutes behind schedule, you guys. Remember, I don't take on schedule pop breaks anymore. Sometimes I just say long sentences. I'd hope that I was like the Predator while your brain was taking the opportunity to use that pause to catch up on the process. Like, shit, man, I've been a whole second behind this whole show. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. That's my secret to getting triple the plays. You're going to have to watch my shit 3 times. Okay, Corey, it's great to have you back. I'm going to stop messing around. My next guest is somebody that I've really looked up to, I guess, since I got on Twitter. I guess since I found him on Facebook. I'm a big groupie for historians. I was into the History Channel before the aliens came. Right? Oh my gosh. Okay, look, I'm going to quit messing around. Let's just get my next guest on the show. Let's take the bird cam off for a minute so we can split this up.
Hey, Jessie.
How are you, sir? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there like a bird at the bar.
Yeah, let's so the Blue Jays haven't even shown up yet. I think, see, Blue Jays are Scorpios. A lot of people don't believe in the zodiac, but if you know something about the zodiac at all, and you know anything about birds, they're definitely Scorpios. So what they're doing is they're mad because I went out and opened the front doors to the bar, but I didn't stock. I didn't stock the pretzel bowls. So they're like writing bad Yelp reviews about us right now in a passive aggressive manner to try to leverage for more peanuts.
Yep. You know, if you kick them back a little scratch, they'll move those bad reviews down the list there for you.
Yelp or the birds?
Yelp. That's a rumor. I shouldn't pass that on.
That's crazy. You know, I have 2 bad reviews on my podcast. Let me remind people, if you're listening to this right now as a podcast, that means that you missed your opportunity to participate live, which is cool. We like podcast listens. We like podcast downloads and reviews. So if you can just take a minute, it literally is like, just right. Jessie is the best, man. Just DABESS, the best, and 5 stars, and just get out. So thank you. Also, if you missed this morning and you missed the podcast, you might be listening to this right now at 10:17 p.m. on Gun Radio. I think it's Gun Radio. Sorry, Gun Radio. Today's our first day of syndication with them. You'd think I would know better. And sorry, I was building up to the bigger announcement that if you missed the video right now, then you can go tonight to your Roku device to the 5XL's new satellite television stations, and you can find us on one of those. I don't know where that is, but as we get closer to the night, oh shit, look, Dirty's in here typing as an actual entity to unblock blockchain on the new YouTube account. Yo, that's fly as shit. You guys make sure that you do check out Unblocked when you get a chance, because those guys are putting out real high quality shit. It's not like this show, man, where I just need an excuse to write off my pot purchases on my taxes that I now. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we're a real business now. Like a real effing business now. Like called the Secretary of State, was like, all right, I'm coming clean. Called the bank, I was like, all right, I'm coming clean. I walk in, the lady goes, is your business going to be used for marijuana? I was like, get off my back, lady. I said I was coming clean. Can I ever escape my past? To everybody except the Willamette week. Okay, so here's the biggest news. I woke up this morning planning on having a conversation about the 6 Dr. Suess books. I still do. But the breaking news is that Pepe Le Pew is not being recast for Space Jam 2. So, I'm going to let the universe work that out with the general populace for a day or two. That seems like a no-brainer to me, right? Well, Pepe Le Pew, even when I was a little kid, when I had no concept of like consent or personal space, I was just like, damn, Pepe Le Pew is really all over these people. It wasn't even just one, it wasn't multiple people, it was one consistent person, man. And that was terrible. Okay, so, but what I want, no, Pepe Le Pew is a bad person. Pepe Le Pew is a bad person. You should keep your children, your girlfriends, and your friends far away from Pepe Le Pew. Hey, I know a lot of people that built whole personalities around Pepe Le Pew. You know, we all were exposed to Looney Tunes. Finn, what Looney Tunes character do you identify with the most?
Oh, it's got to be Foghorn Leghorn, man.
I was going to go Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, no, Yosemite Sam is he's like Yosemite Sam hurts to do the voice. You get to do yell Yosemite Sam stuff, and then you got to have your like 45s that somehow you manage to shoot like 70 or 80 times without reloading, and good clean fun. But
yeah, man, like Foghorn Leghorn though.
Pardon?
You are like Foghorn Leghorn though.
I guess so.
And you didn't miss a beat. You already knew.
Chicken hawk.
Like we all know what personality we identify with. What's crazy is we live in a world full of Daffy Ducks.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's a Daffy Duck. Some people say, I thought Daffy Duck was a good guy. Like, I bet you did.
They all think they're Bugs Bunnies, though.
Yeah. The people that think they're Bugs Bunny got problems. Okay. So we understand that a lot of the characters that we grew up with have now proven to be incredibly problematic.
I don't know about incredibly, and maybe not even
Abused incredibly.
They're cultural
Slant eyes are problematic, right?
Well,
incredibly.
Yeah, that is a problem. But these things are cultural artifacts. They're from a culture that no longer exists, and it's a good thing. Stuff progresses, but the problem, in my view, the problem with racist stuff that's in the historical record is when people try to take it out of the historical record and apply it to stuff right now, which is like what the Dr. Suess thing is a great example of this, because if those books are being used to, read to children in the present day, hey, here's an 80-year-old document reflecting life as it was 80 years ago, when literally every white person was a white supremacist with like 6 exceptions nationwide. And I'm going to feed that stuff to my kid, and they're going to develop a worldview based on that. That's why the Dr. Seuss people pulled those books. I wish they would have done it more quietly though, because now there's like a big giant culture war breaking out over it. eBay is throttling sales. They're like, you can't sell Mulberry Street on eBay anymore because it's racist. Well, yeah, it is racist. Anyway,
what's the difference between those books and Confederate flags?
Well, that's a really good question.
Really? It's just the intro one. I got way better ones, bro.
Yeah.
You're on Coffee and Bong. It's not CNN. We got
man. But Confederate flags are part of history. Actually, they're part of revisionist history, because the Confederate flags that everybody think are Confederate flags are sort of, Confederate, but not really the stars and bars. But all of those symbols of a historical culture, they do have a place in history, but they can't be imported into the present day without making a statement that you wish life was still like it was back in 1863 or whatever. It's a history is dangerous. Life sucked 80 years ago, especially if you didn't have to be. If you didn't happen to be, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant member of the elite. It's so much better today. One of the cool things about studying history is seeing that progress, is seeing what's happened. Am I all alone here? Did I just use my intrepid host?
No, I just thought there was going to be a really awesome quote from you, so I just isolated your camera,
right,
so that way I didn't look like a safety cone on the side of your speech. I was like, man, I'm going to isolate this clip and really pull it out. Okay, well, so here's something that's crazy to me, is the lack of historical context. Look, you can get historical cues from books that you would never, ever, ever get from anywhere else. How do I understand how to explain to, without a teaching device, right? Without an agent for it to be exposed to my life. Okay. And I'm just going to, I try to speak in general terms, but I'm going to be really specific for me. Huckleberry Finn was, that's in my DNA.
Yeah.
That's in my DNA. I finally completed my lifelong mission to see the Mississippi River.
Nice.
But when I saw that, I also saw the Missouri River, right? And I saw the Kansas River. And you might remember the Kansas River from the Oregon Trail, right? The game, right? You cross the Kansas River, right?
I don't think I ever made it that far.
But when you stand on the banks of it and you realize that Huckleberry Finn's friend Jim, that the only reason you know any of this is from that book, those people really died trying to cross that river. And those people really had a real life experience that I didn't have any exposure to. I didn't have any context for, other than the fact that a book that is now banned, right? Huck Finn, maybe it's not all the way gone, but he ain't getting the promo like he should be, right? For that awesome story.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. People have been trying to ban it for a long time, and obviously it drops all these N-bombs. And then there's some other stuff too that I think Mark Twain was doing with that book. The entire story, the whole thing, Jim is presented as this really very intelligent, resourceful person, in completely subverting the whole, all of the stereotypes of Black people. And then at the very end of the story, all of a sudden he's played in the last chapter in this weird, clownish fashion. But the thing about that last chapter, this gets back to your point about history, Jessie, that some context is necessary for a lot of this stuff, and a lot of people don't have that context. When Huckleberry Finn was published, most depictions of Black people in literature were that clown, that minstrel show kind of guy, doing silly things to show how dumb they were, and just basically making fun of themselves. And by going such a hard pivot from Jim, the actual man, the character, the really respectable character, hard pivot to this this minstrel show thing, really made a point for me. I was kind of shocked by that, but I had the context to know, from reading Deadwood Dick from the 1880s and stuff like that. That's what people did back then with Black characters. They plugged them in as clowns. And it really, with a little bit of context, that book kind of explains itself. But you do need that context. It's the same thing with like those Confederate monuments. There's two stories with the Confederate monuments of Robert E. Lee or what's his name, the guy who founded the Ku Klux Clowns. There's two stories there. One of them is, hey, look at this admirable person who committed sedition against the United States government and killed a bunch of people. And the second story behind that monument is, hey, look at this monument erected by a bunch of people in the 1930s who wanted to glorify sedition. So, they are a slice of history. You can knock them over, you can bulldoze them, but maybe a better thing to do is put a big building around them and a giant wall of shame that says, hey, look at this. Look what we did. Look what we were. Look what we don't want to turn back into.
Okay, so here's how I built all that up to bring this into. So people are upset that Dr. Seuss caricatured Asians, specifically Japanese people, with their slanted eyes.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. So and then they're mad that he participated in war propaganda. Right?
I haven't heard anybody complaining about that. I mean,
here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing about that is, and this is why I asked you specifically. You said that on your Facebook, you said that Dr. Seuss was one of the least racist people of his day, right? And I think that it's important to remember what was going on in the world and in this country, especially here in Portland, Oregon, where I am right now. I think it's important not to let the history get lost, that we actually rounded up all the Japanese people that lived in the city of Portland. We gave them like a week to sell all of their possessions. We gave them a week to sell all their businesses. They had to liquidate, and it was publicly announced. So all of the white people waited till the last minute and offered them pennies on the dollar for all of their stuff. And all of the Japanese Americans were herded into the expo center. And this happened in other cities around the country.
Yeah.
You know what we did to the Japanese?
The Americans, you mean? Because they weren't Japanese, they were Americans.
I'm talking the
fellow
actual
citizens.
country of Japan.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
dropped a nuclear bomb, 2 nuclear bombs on them.
And firebomb Tokyo
So
with regular bombs.
if a child sees those eyes in a book and says, "What is up with these eyes?" Right?
Yeah, nobody looks like that. What's mommy? What's going on here?
Boom! That's an opportunity right there to teach your child. Right now, of course, is your child going to get maybe some Dr. Suess on the streets? Like if he's in surly, darkly lit places where the light is swinging, might somebody offer your child Dr. Suess? Maybe, right?
The good stuff right here.
Why do you think the Dr. Suess program in the 70s used to always give 3 books away for free, right? Get the first 3 books for free. And then Finn, I'm up against the bottom of it. Can we get you back on the show sometime?
Yeah, man.
I'm so sorry. I would love to have 2 hours with you. I could pick your brain all day, but it is the bottom of the hour. This is Coffee and Bong Hits. That is Finn JD John. Where can they find you, buddy?
Oh, offbeatoregon.com is the best place to that's my main racket. Just funny old stories from Oregon history, hopefully contextualized with some stuff like this.
This is the go-to guy for all your history needs. You know how you go to scientists for science needs? You go to roller skaters for your roller skating needs. This is your history guy. All right, this is Coffee and Bong Hits. It's the bottom of the hour, so that means Red Panda at halftime. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. All right. One more time, y'all. Give it up for Finn JD John.
Thanks, Jesse.
From Offbeat, Oregon. All right, man. We're gonna let you go. We got Erik is coming up, and Erik is coming up at 10:40. Actually, from Santa Cruz. He doesn't have to fake it like I did. I was so jealous, man. Oh my gosh, I was so jealous. I was like, "You're in Santa Cruz? Well, I have a green screen, and I'll just point right directly at myself." Oh, what a life! I don't know where the birds went. They're not cracking. I swear to God, I want to show you guys something. So you're welcome to totally hang out too, Finn.
Right on.
And, Erik's coming. Maybe DJ Wheels. We're gonna make fun of some QAnon posts. And I got to play a music video in 1 minute, though. But I wanted to highlight the bird food court because I walked out before we opened and I went, shh, shh, shh. And I swear on my dear grandmother's ashes that 3 birds flew in this tree and 5 birds flew to that tree. And they all flew from different parts of the neighborhood. And they all congregated and they all stared at me. And then I left, but I didn't put any peanuts out. And they haven't came down once. They've not come down once. They know those peanuts are there. Yeah, okay. So it is 10:35. Remember, at 10:35, we play independent. Sometimes I mess up when I say local. I don't mean local. I like to location. I just mean like independent. You make your own music. So today we are, hold on. Don't forget, by the way, we are on Gun Music Radio. Yeah, Gun Music Radio. Did I just call it Gun Radio? I think I called it Gun Radio earlier. Anyways, Gun Music Radio tonight at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. on gunmusicradio.com. And I guess they're big in Europe. That's why we signed up with them. That was like heavy metal. That's not really my cup of tea. And they're like, we're the 200th most listened to station for heavy metal in all of Europe. I was like, bro, yeah. Tell me what time you need that MP3 uploaded. So we're a daily show on there. And so once we get established, that'll be cool to expand our European market. But one of the other ways that we're doing it is we're reaching out to some of our friends that live in Europe. And that includes my man, the MVP. And at 10:35, we always play a dope video. So let me figure out how to work this. Not like I don't know how to work it, but let me know how to work it in a way that doesn't make me look stupid. Okay, so remember, guys, every day at 10:35 we play independent music video from a hip-hop artist, and we put them all together at the end of the month. And we do that to raise awareness for the Meal Exchange program. Meal Exchange. It uses the power of local restaurants to put hot takeout meals in the tummies of people that could use them. I think I murdered that, but oh well. What you gonna do? Just keep moving forward. Okay, I have no idea what Unblock Blockchain said. Okay, and let's play this shit. This is from UK, which is Britain, England, and maybe later this week we'll have my new friend from Ireland on.
These people have in mind is the goal.
This is MVP. All right, sorry, I'm rambling.
Government run by the banking industry, run by the banking. I know the truth.
This track ain't black with rust, but I hope you will realize we are being lied to. You won't be surprised as soon as you open
Check
your
me out,
eyes.
check me out.
See who's your enemy and who they want you to be.
2020.
Strapped to the system.
Make yourself ready. Yeah.
4999 was a price for this beat. Now I'm back in the studio sharing my thoughts on the shit in my head, taking over. I can't fall asleep. Depression, anxiety, stresses inside of me, all of these things in the mix. We pay for what we done before, and the past comes back with a force, and karma's a bitch that tricks up a sleeve. How the hell we all came to this world full of sins. This place isn't good as it seems. God save the queen. It's 2020, we still seeing more shit that we witnessed before. People are hectic about the pandemic. We all being locked up at home and praising the Lord. This track ain't platinum plus, but I hope you will realize we are being lied to. You won't be surprised as soon as you open your eyes. You'll see who is your enemy and who they want you to be. Someone who's trapped in the system, controlled and in misery. They're separating us, killing the ones we love, disturbing the peace and spread evil. We are victimized as if we all despise. Looks like there's no value for people. Many families are broken and kids getting high. Now older people can't take it. Stand up and just face it. No love for the haters and racists. Stand your ground, man, think twice. Look north, mate, and look south. Take responsibility for what comes directly from your mouth. It's freedom of speech, so fuck having a border. Fuck ones that are part of the new world order. Our lives on the line, we self-isolate. House full of paper, fucking corona. China, America, know what goes on and who's responsible for its release. Government lied to us, people deceased. No hope for peace. Who you believe, it's your choice. Who you support, what source gives you info. Don't be too naive, cause it's not old, plain and simple. We are being played with like puppets on strings. There's too many 13s on them $1 bills. Some people on top of the chain, playing the game and fucking the nation. It's only a matter of time to see what kind of shit we gonna be facing. This track ain't platinum plus, but I hope you will realize we are being lied to. You won't be surprised as soon as you open your eyes. You'll see who is your enemy and who they want you to be. Someone who's trapped in a system, controlled and in misery. Straight to the facts, whose beef is that? Who needs it most, or who creates the virus? Who's known for sticking its nose into somebody's business and crush the entire empire? Who has a temptation of planned invasion and kill a nation? Who has its own oil instead going east, full of equipment and take it from somebody's soil? That's why at 9/11, 3,000 lives are resting in heaven. You all being brainwashed and still believing the East is committing the terror. It was staged, names been told, invisible enemy was created. Fucking Bin Laden, that's why he was made for. So you can declare war. Now all the forces are on the way to make people richer. Machinery comes out fully loaded, you get the picture. Government and the president gonna take over the oil fields. No real enemies, thousands of casualties. Capital looks like a minefield of innocent lives. I bet you feel deprived, then you understand my concerns. But all of the money the war is making is owned by the Federal Bank Reserve. Just sit back and watch how many people you're losing. Fuck MASON, RIP, Mr. Russo. Yeah.
2020. Just open your eyes and make yourself ready. Yeah.
Damn it.
That's a solid
Yeah.
message to start with, Jesse.
Yo. Genetic and DJ Wheels.
Cheers, mate.
You really brought the squirrel. Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers,
so
mate. Cheers.
I'm trying to find that particular thread, and I was like racing against time to find it. I should have had it ready.
I grabbed a few excerpts from it.
Did you?
Oh man.
You got them like pulled out?
I have them on my phone.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know when you got cut off, Will, so
relatively early, I think.
I didn't realize he was blocking everyone in the thread and then just kept going, and only new people to the thread actually get to see it now.
Here's
Yeah,
what's
it's like
crazy.
it's like a contemporary thread to nowhere.
It really is.
Why, of all the people on the planet, DJ Wheels and Jello Rock are like two of the nicest,
Right.
most patient, least inflammatory people that I know. If they serve you, you're not even gonna realize it. Oh my God, is that a real coonskin cap you're wearing? Oh, now it's a mink stole. What's going on with your back there, Wheels?
Coffee and squirrel hits, right? That's the show.
What's going on there? Hold on. Show us what time it is.
He's
man.
turning to Davy Crockett over there.
Yeah.
This show is just nuts, man. What?
Come on. She's hiding. She hiding, bro.
Hey, she'll pop up. We'll just keep it. Boom.
Yeah.
Does she know which way the camera is?
Yes, she does. This is your broadcast television debut, Squirrel.
You got to get her some media training, Wills.
Yeah, she is very untrained in that regard. That's true.
That's why I say never work with kids or animals. Every time I try to take a picture of an animal, they turn. Boom. Yo, Unblocked Blockchain wants to shout out to the Arachnoid game. I never liked that game. Hey, Wheels got a lot of cool games. Arachnoid is not one of them, in my opinion.
What?
I hate that game, man.
Arkanoid is that shit.
Arkanoid is what you call it?
Yeah.
I thought if I called it Arkanoid, I was going to get schooled. Instead, I reverse got schooled. Okay, look, so let me catch the listeners up on what's going on real quick. We'll swap Erik out, and we'll pull out the bird cam. Unless if I was just going to say, unless it starts to get cracking. What is cracking?
Oh, shit.
It's about to really be on at 33 Bird Plaza. You know, a lot of people are like, 33 Bird Plaza. That's a crazy name for a food cart for humans. I'm like, motherfucker, it's not for humans. Damn it. 10:44 before I said the F word. Oh, well. It's not a food cart for humans. It's actually for birds. Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're outsmarting the internet. And Erik has a person that he knows that lives in Florida.
I do know a person in Florida.
That loves the president.
Oh, he lives in Florida?
Yeah, of course he does.
I'd have figured I thought he lived in a completely different universe from this one.
That as well.
Yeah, Florida is a different universe.
For real.
Yo, I've seen Trump flags in Florida as big as my whole apartment.
It's crazy down there.
Giant yachts with giant Trump flags hanging over the side. Okay, anyways, so then that guy blocked Wheels.
Yeah, he's a promoter in Florida. He promotes concerts down there. So I've worked with him on a couple of concerts. That's my whole relationship with him.
Northern Florida or Southern Florida?
I honestly don't know where he lives in Florida. I'm sure it's terrible wherever it is.
All right, well, the birds aren't cracking, so let's do this one once. Let's get rid of the birds. If they come back, we can jump into it. Ah, damn, guess who's back? Boom, the birds. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Nailed it. Hey, by the way, can I give a shout out right now? A happy birthday shout out to Serge Severe on this day.
No way.
Yes, happy birthday.
Damn. Have you guys seen Serge's new tattoo with the
That elephant joint.
Oh, that is so hard. That is
That's
so
super
hard.
I brought my other Portland
no
representation.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Are you really in Santa Cruz right now, right, Eric?
I'm in Santa Cruz. Yeah.
I started. Oh yeah, look at our background. Hold on, look at the background. Wait a minute. The background is Santa Cruz. See it?
That is
here.
It's the
I'll
boardwalk.
tell you guys a story, man. My whole life, I always wanted to jump off. Well, my whole adult life, I always wanted to jump off the pier in Santa Cruz and swim with the sea lions, right? And everybody's like, Jessie, that's suicide. It's like, that's not suicide for Aquaman. I swear to God, I could jump in with those sea lions. It'd be cool, right? And everybody's, my whole life, they're like, nah, you can't do that. That's the most insane shit ever. And then one day I got blackout drunk and I jumped off that pier and I swam around with the sea lions. And the cops came and they waited for me on the beach. And they waited for me to get tired and swim to them so they could arrest me. But they didn't arrest me. They just made my friends take me back to the hotel room. And then when I woke up the next day, they told me what happened. And I was super mad because I didn't remember any of it, right? So my whole life, I kind of thought maybe they were lying to me. Even though they were super consistent with the details and such, I thought maybe they were lying to me. And then I ran into the other homie, this last summer at the river, and he was like, bro, I got all those pictures all over my old phone. Like, I got video, I got all that shit on my old phone. You really jumped off that pier. And
Do you see it?
no, it's at his house. I could go to his house and watch it, but he's kind of an irritating dude. Look at all the birds in that tree.
Yeah, that's hella birds. They're coming in.
Bro, they all just swooped when I cheered for them earlier. I just went cheep, cheep, cheep. My neighbors all hate me now. The birds are just shitting all over them.
Is that a Folgers container that you're feeding them out of?
What would make you say that?
I don't know. That's what it looks like. The red container looks like you took a Folgers container and turned it into a house.
What? That would make me look like a really cool.
Am I tripping or no?
No, that is. The whole thing is made out of Folgers.
You're not tripping.
I didn't think so.
I was trying to keep it a secret. Hey, what's the weather like in Santa Cruz, real quick?
It's nice. It's always nice here. It's like it's always like 70 degrees. It seems like.
Is it swimming weather?
I don't know. I guess it depends.
That was a trick question. It's always swimming weather. Except like January. January, you probably don't want to fucking always swim. But okay.
Yo, real quick, that reminded me of when me and Wills were at South by. There were these brothers that were driving us around that were meth heads, and right, you were there, Wills.
They were real brothers?
At South
I'm
by.
trying to remember this.
So yeah, they were real brothers, but like we'd get in the car.
They're like brothers.
We'd kick them like $10, and they'd drive us back and forth. And then like their first question was like, "Oh, you guys are from Oregon? They got any swimming holes up there?" That's all they wanted to know. It was really important.
You know what? I don't think I was there on that
you
one.
weren't there that one?
No, because I don't remember these brothers, but and that seems like the kind of thing that it would be noteworthy in the old memory.
You would remember it. Yeah, you'd remember.
They were real brothers.
They were real brothers, and they were definite meth heads, and they were driving all weekend, did not sleep. They just kept going. They'd come get you any time of day for $10, bring you back to the hotel. It was super safe.
That's a good hustle.
Yeah, it was. We made it out. Anyways, sorry to detract.
No. All right. So you really pulled out some of that dude's highlights?
Yeah. So
it's a real problem in the world. It's a real problem because it's distracting. That's why it's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, so
because
obviously
people have to stop doing shit to deal with these people.
I think the craziest thing to me, like without going into all the details of him saying January 20th would be the day Trump would be inaugurated and everyone would be arrested. Like the recent ones was, why did 10 million people watch the CPAP Trump speech and 668 watched Biden's last White House speech? I don't know where he got those numbers, but they don't seem accurate to me.
No. There's nothing accurate about that.
Then he's saying there's 200,000 indictments coming.
Yeah,
What
that's a
was
weird
this
one.
What was this dude's name again?
Harry Tyler.
Yeah, did we invite him? You should have had him on the show.
You should have.
Jesse?
He doesn't block you yet, right?
No, I'm nice. Why would somebody block me? I'm friendly as shit.
I don't know what made him block you guys in the first place.
Well, I'm an asshole, clearly. So that was
Right.
probably his reason for me. Can't speak for Jello because Jello's a pretty nice dude.
Right?
Yeah, I don't
Even
know.
in the face of just vitriol, Jello's just like, oh, that's funny. I don't think I ever even see him use the F word.
Yeah.
He's a nice person. Yo,
Yeah.
super shout out to Jello, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'll even make a little banner. Super shout out to Jello.
I think for someone who claims they're winning all the time and we're all in the dark, he's pretty fragile. And anyone who says anything to him that's actually facts, he's just I'm gonna block them.
Yeah.
Hey, what's funny is Heather actually argues with him.
Oh yeah, yeah. She jumped on.
It's like, why are you actually arguing? Just clown on him. Like, just sting on him. Don't present no facts. Ain't nobody gonna read
That
the
shit right
facts.
there gonna get you blocked, son. Let me tell you about it. By
Yo,
Harry
dude.
Tyler.
This is
Whatever.
what I do right now. I argue a lot with the people of Sandy, Oregon, right? Because the people of Sandy, Oregon are still having these white supremacist, nationalist, insurrectionist rallies. They just keep rebranding them as different shit, right? So the brand of this month is protect a natural family, flags included. This is a non-violent rally. Pop-up canopies will be provided in case of rain. Right? So I try to warn them. I try to be proactive, right? Like I try to be diplomatic and like, hey, good town folk of Sandy, Oregon. This preacher from out of town is bringing a swarm of gay locusts to your town in the form of a counter protest. And he's just being an opportunist, right? And all these people of Sandy are just calling me an idiot and cussing me out. And I'm legitimately just trying to help. And then some goddamn doofus will inevitably come in and just say some shit so dumb that it just unleashes the genie that I've been just keeping bottled up. And I'll just look through his Facebook for like 2 minutes and then just say the meanest shit. Like the meanest shit, man. Like the most ether Scorpio rap verses that are just designed to make sure you never forget it, right?
I was gonna say that.
Like you don't sleep well for a month.
Like every time you look in the mirror for the next 20 years, you're gonna be like, damn, one of my nostrils really is bigger than the other one. Fuck.
Yeah, that battle rapper never goes out of you. Once it's there, it never leaves. It just gets repurposed in different packages.
Yeah.
That's why they keep those people in cages and make them fight each other instead of unleashing those kind of people on the real world. It's not fair, these town folk. What's up with you, Wheels? The COVID is lifting.
Shit.
Yeah, I want to know, like, both of you guys, both of you guys are extremely successful at your crafts. For those who don't know, like maybe you live in the UK or Ireland or something, this is DJ Wheels. He's the DJ for Slum Village and All Fight Church charity events. And this is Erik, and he's a super agent of the stars, and agent by default of the 2030 Slam Dunk champion. Elijah, where's Elijah at?
He's in the living room doing his schoolwork.
Practicing.
Practicing his dunks.
And
He's like, Dad, look at this. Was this good?
man, how else?
Yes,
you
it
gonna win
was
the
good.
dunk contest?
Definitely.
Yeah, you really smacked that beam.
Yeah.
Fender said, I read that guy was ridiculously obtuse.
About who?
I think
Me?
he misspelled obese, because that dude is ridiculously obese. And you know what's funny is that man has, like I said last week on the show, that dude has comorbidities in spades, right? He's not favored by the Lord very much, clearly. And his wife leaves a lot to be desired for someone with good vision, right? So
we
Uh-oh.
talking
They're
about?
having a rally.
Yeah, I lost that for a second too.
Like-
You're talking about some guy associated with Sandy, Oregon now.
Oh, sorry, you missed the comment. Yeah,
Yeah,
We're jumping around.
yeah, we are.
my bad. My bad.
Look, a bird.
I was
Like a
thinking,
squirrel.
I was thinking to myself, Elijah? Elijah's not obtuse or obese.
No, I
What?
thought she
Oh,
meant
man.
me. I know I got to lose a little bit.
Hold on, we just got some action. Well, I seen it. Where was that squirrel action?
Oh man, she's dipping back and forth. Come on. Yeah, she's running all around. She's tearing around, bro.
Where's the other one? It's like the girls from Full House, right? There's actually Mary Kate and Ashley, but we only see one at a time.
Yeah, they are like very much like Mary Kate and Ashley, except their names are Laverne and Shirley.
What? My birds don't have names. I'm scared. If one of them develops an identity, they're gonna Caesar on me like the man. I got my finger on the trigger. As soon as I see that squirrel, I'm gonna be a boom.
Ah,
Oh, yo, Wheels. The other one you missed was that Q movement is estimated at 300 million worldwide now.
oh, dude.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
let's,
he said that to Heather.
let's have a
Oh,
serious part of this conversation.
All right,
What the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with these people, man?
yeah,
that's the serious part. I have no idea.
dude.
It's funny because I get a lot of comments from people saying like, "You've got so much patience. I can't believe you have all these people in your life." And I have no people like that in my life. This is the only person I've ever met that actually believes this bullshit. But apparently, there's 300 million of them, according to him.
I mean,
That's a lot.
That's
That's
a
a
lot
lot.
of people,
How many people voted for the president? Half of the effing world.
at least.
Half of the effing world. It was just a basket of apples or something.
They keep just saying like 75 million, if not 80 million. But if they know the facts and they know this was rigged, they would know the number. But somehow, it's crazy.
Yo, my tree, can you guys see it? It's hard to see, but that tree is like decorated with those Blue Jays right now. Oh, shit, hold on. Look. They're all up in the tree. Watch the branches bloom. It's like, hey, look,
Yeah.
look at him stunting. He just got 1 foot up there. He's trying to figure out how to steal two. They're getting greedy. They used to be cool and just appreciate it. Now they're like, how many more you got for me, player? Watch bloom. It is cracking at Bird 33 Plaza. Why do we have no branding up? Why are we branding a Bird food cart with no Bird food cart branding? There we go. 33 Bird Plaza. Stop by our Euro bar for our birdseed Euros. Boom. This should be its own show completely. Hey, I'm sorry. I think I was going to ask you guys some real questions.
Well, what's up with Sandy? You were going into that, but it stopped.
Oh, that big nasty gross preacher and his wife, and I'm not one to
You're not one to really do this, but you're going to do it for the second time here. Go on.
I'm not one to judge ladies. I'm not one to judge ladies, but I'll just say it takes a special type of woman to find love in a man like that. And I think the truly tragic part is that they're going to stand on a street corner and ask all of Sandy, Oregon to practice the same style of sex that they have. So then the people of Sandy, Oregon are going to be forced, and anybody else who might drive by, and think about how that man has sex. And
Look at this now. Look at this now. Finn leaves the broadcast. All of a sudden, Jesse's foghorn leghorn.
I'm still Bugs Buddy.
Nice.
Which one are you guys?
No
I
idea.
don't think I have any idea either.
Really?
I think I might be Muttley.
I don't even know who that is.
The guy that hangs out with Dick Dastardly?
Yeah, the dog that just laughs. Doesn't really say a whole lot.
I'm gonna have to think on it. Y'all got to shut it down, guys. We're syndicated now, so and we got no outro. So look, if you know people that live in Canada, Australia, India, Ireland, or Norway, we could really use you to tell them about our podcast so we can get our numbers up. We are slacking with our macking. Tomorrow we'll be back. Thank you to Erik, my man DJ Wheels, as always. Never turns down an invite. I appreciate that so much, man. Anytime you're asked to do something, you always do it. Shout out one more time to the birds at 33 Bird Plaza. Shout out to Finn, JD John at offbeatoregon.com. And don't forget, 33 Bird Plaza is not just a name of a food court for people. It's actually for birds. My name is Jessie Sponberg, and if I don't say 5,000 G, my phone probably went dead. 5,000 G.